Our friend is back. Boss, can you see if you can film it? He's right there. Hi, I'm Feng, aka Leopard Crust, and today we're going to be making some Merry Meatballs in the Roccbox. And since it's the silly season, we're going to be dressing them up like my favorite food around the holidays, Christmas pudding. And you know we're going to let it snow. Don't worry, that's going to make sense in a moment. Let's go. Let's make our meatballs. So I've got 230 grams of minced beef in here. It's got about 30% fat content. And what we're gonna do is add some finely chopped parsley and chopped onion. This is a quarter of an onion into the mix. And then we're going to add a generous pinch of nutmeg and allspice because this is a Swedish-inspired meatball that I thought would be perfect for the holiday season. Next, we're going to add some salt to season and a couple of cracks of black pepper. We're going to mix this up with our hands. Just getting in there, feeling your food, and we're going to mix to combine. So once that looks pretty well mixed up, we're going to form meatballs. What you want to do is to divide this into 6 equal lumps, and I like to give it a clap to kind of make sure we don't have cracks in our meatball. And we're going to roll them into cute little lumps, like so. It's really good snowball practice too if you live somewhere with snow. Ta-da! Meatball flour! Alright, I'm gonna wash my hands and we're gonna get cooking. The oven is around 150 degrees right now, and I've got my pan in there. It's been preheating for about a minute. And what we're gonna do is add half a tablespoon of butter to our pan and allow that to warm up and get frothy in the pan. All right, once you can hear it sizzle, that's when you know it's time to go. All right, so we're gonna take our meatballs and arrange them in a single layer. And you might find that your meatballs may have formed a base from the container that you've put them in. And what you want to do is to respect that and kind of use it because it's going to help our meatballs stay up when it's on the pizza. Then we're going to put them in the oven. The oven's on high flame right now. Once we're done cooking the meatballs, which will take about 6 to 8 minutes, it should get to about 250 degrees. So right now it's 150, but by the time we're done, it should be about 250. We're going to be flipping the meatballs every couple of minutes, and while we wait for our first flip, let's work on our cranberries after I've washed my hands. So these are dried cranberries, and what we're going to do is ball them up so that they look like mistletoe. To be really authentic with the Swedish meatball recipe, you would want to be using lingonberries. I can't get them here in Bangkok, so we're using cranberries. All right. Looks like it's time for a flip. The butter has also beautifully browned, so that's gonna be a treat. And back in the oven it goes. It started to brown at the top again, and that's when we know we've gotta give them one more flip. And this will be the last 2 minutes in the oven that they get. Since we're making 6 little Christmas puddings, we'll need about 12 little cranberry balls so that each can have 2 mistletoe berries. Our oven is now at 250, just like we thought it would be. So I'm just gonna transfer these meatballs to a plate, and we're gonna use these drippings for our cream sauce. So we're making a roux, which will thicken up the sauce very nicely. What you wanna do is use a whisk to incorporate the flour into the butter and pan drippings. And once it becomes this kind of peanut butter color, that's when you know that the flour's been cooked. And what we want to do is just let that cool slightly. Otherwise, you will risk your cream starting to curdle. Let me use this to check its temperature. Great. So this is 60 degrees Celsius, which is perfect. We know that we're good to go. This is 60 grams of heavy cream. We're gonna give it a good little season, and then we're going to whisk to combine. Look how luscious it is. So luscious. So we're gonna do a drip test. What that involves is me sticking my knuckles in and seeing that it forms this cute little drip, and that's gonna give us a really nice effect on our meatball puddings. Cool, and you can also use this as a taste test. Pretty good. This is our brandy sauce, and we've got our Christmas puddings ready to top our pizza with. So let's make pizza. Our dough balls have completed their final proof, and it's time to wake them up. It's gonna get some semolina on there. Let's get our dough ball out of the tray. So this is a 48-hour sourdough dough ball. If you need a dough ball recipe, there are heaps of really great ones on Gozney.com. And let's open our pizza. Hello dough, are you ready to become an awesome pizza for everyone to see? We're just gonna whoop. Oh man, it would be cool if I didn't make that sound effect, right? And let's get saucing. Very simple toppings on for bake. We're gonna do a splodge of tomato sauce in the middle. And then we're also going to scatter on some garlic confit that I made beforehand. And we're going to press that flat because it's cooked down to this beautiful jammy texture. And that's gonna be a treat to eat later. And then we're going to spread our tomato sauce over it. So let's get this pizza onto the peel. Just gonna flour it very lightly. And got our pizza on there. Just gonna give it one last stretch on the peel, and into the oven it goes. So the oven is at 450 degrees, and we're gonna cook this on a medium flame. All right, we're gonna give it a 180 turn, just making sure all sides get its time near the flame so that we can get some even leopard spotting. Okay, classic booty check. Woo. All right, we just got one more side to give some love to. All right, and our pizza's done. And while the pizza's still hot, we're gonna give it a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. So that'll help it heat through so we get this beautiful juicy pizza. So it's time to get decorating, the fun part of this process. So you want to put your 6 meatballs evenly around the pizza near the crust, because that's going to help you be able to pick up your slice later. We're going to want to go in with our brandy sauce or cream sauce. Just get a little bit of a teaspoonful and just apply it to the top and let gravity do its thing and let that sauce drip by itself. I'm usually drowning my Christmas pudding in brandy sauce, so that's kind of the effect that I'm trying to replicate here with our mini versions, because you know, we want this to look realistic, right? Next up, we've got our cranberry mistletoe berries. So I'm just gonna pick some and place them on top like so. For some of them, I'm gonna give them 2 berries, you know, so unpredictable. Next up, we have our dill here that we're gonna place on, and it's gonna kind of look like miniature Christmas tree branches. Don't worry too much about being too neat about it. We want our Christmas puddings to have that woke up like this pudding look. Remember at the start when we said we were gonna let it snow? Well, now it's time, because we've got here some Parmigiano Reggia snow. And that dill is gonna catch some of it, and it's gonna look like our Christmas puddings have experienced a Christmas miracle of snow in Bangkok. That never happens. And ta-da! Our Christmas pizzas are ready to party. We're gonna be using this, our Gozney pizza rocker of doom, of Christmas joy. And we're gonna get stuck into our pizza and try it out. All right. Enough fluffing around. Let's eat this. All right, so this tastes to me like a Merry Christmas. No, but seriously, you've got the beautiful, rich tomato base, and then the meatball with all those festive spices that we snuck in there. And then finally, you've got that creamy sauce to kind of add another texture. And of course, like our embellishments, Parmesan snow, dill, and cranberries kind of give you a little bit more variety in what you're eating. If you want to have a Merry Christmas like this one, the recipe is up on Gozney.com. Happy holidays. All right. Cut, 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 cut. They're so cute.